Welcome to the Explainer series for Quant. Here we'll be using very simple concepts and apply it to CAT level problems and solve them as easily as possible.
In this session, we'll be looking at coordinate geometry. We'll specifically be looking at finding the area or what are the points which are inside a given area as such. I would suggest pause this video, have a look at the PDF. The link is available in the description of this video. Try to solve these questions on your own and then proceed with the rest of this session.
Please do share this with your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. You can like and follow us on Facebook as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel to get live event and notifications for all the updates regarding CAT and other MBA entrance examination. You can also look at our WhatsApp as well as Telegram lists. You can join over there and we will update you. We don't spam over there. If you want, you can enroll for our Quant and LRDI courses. These are the best and the most comprehensive courses available in the market.
Till now, in coordinate geometry, we have covered the basics such as the points, segments, triangles, etc. We have also covered lines and circles. This session, we'll be looking at areas, more specifically where you'll have to probably draw the graph, look at the area between lines, between curves, and count the number of points in a given area as such. The first question is from CAT 2017, slot 1. Pretty straightforward. It says the area of a closed region bounded by the equation modulus of x plus modulus of y equals 2 in the two-dimensional plane is how much? Okay, so if you were to draw the graph as such, now the best part about modulus is you'll have symmetric sort of graphs. So you'll have four lines over here. One case where x is positive, y is positive. Another case where x is positive, y is negative. Third case when x is negative, y is positive. And a fourth case where both of them are negative. So let's draw this one a little slowly so that this can be used for the future questions as well. So the first graph would be x plus y equals 2, right? So which will be this line. The second graph would be x minus y equals 2. So if you put x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 2. If you put y is equal to 0, x will be 2. So this will be x minus y equals 2. The third graph will be minus x plus y equals 2, or in other words, y minus x equals 2. Right. So if you put y is equal to 0, x will be equal to minus 2, right? And if you put x is equal to 0, y will be equal to positive 2. So this line. And the fourth line will be here where it will be minus x minus y equals 2, or x plus y equals minus 2. Right. So once you have this, the question is not very difficult to solve. This is basically a square because as you can see, these are perpendicular to each other. You can check it out with these two. The coefficients are interchanged and sign of one of them is changed. So all of them are pairs of perpendicular lines, and given that this is a symmetric figure, this is basically a square. We need to find either the length of the diagonal or the length of the side in order to find the area. Let's find the length of the diagonal or just points which are there. This is 0, 2. This is 0, minus 2, right? Which means the diagonal length is 4 units. The length of the diagonal is 4 units. So area would be 4 square divided by 2, which is 8. Option C. Job done. Now in an exam situation, this is going to basically take you only about 1.5–2 minutes. I've drawn this patiently so that we can use this as future reference. In an exam, you should be very comfortable expanding a modulus and solving these questions. Second question is from a more recent CAT 2019, slot 1. It says, let S be the set of all points x, y in the xy plane says that modulus of x plus modulus of y less than equal to 2. This is the same graph as previously. And another one, which is modulus of x has to be greater than or equal to 1. Then the area in square units of the region represented equals how much? So if I were to draw this, right, this is your original graph, just as in the previous question. right? But there is an additional constraint. Modulus of x has to be greater than or equal to 1, right? So you want the value of x to be either greater than 1 or x has to be less than -1. So if I have to look at the coverage between these graphs, it will be the shaded area here. It will be the shaded area here. Now, given that this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is basically the midpoint of this graph, right? Also, further, if you were to merge this over here, you will get a smaller square. You'll get a smaller square like this, right? So area of this smaller square is going to be 1/4. Why? Each side is half the full square. So area of the smaller square is 1/4 the area of the full square. We already know area of the full square, how to calculate it. That was 8. 1/4 of 8. The answer you're looking for is 2. Job done. Moduluses are actually a very favorite area of CAT. Okay, this is from CAT 2000 and it's for a long time. Slightly trickier question than the previous one. Area bounded by 3 curves. Modulus of x plus 1 is equal to 1. Modulus of x equals 1 and modulus of y equals 1 is equal to how much? Okay, so you have, this will be y equals 1, y equals -1. So that takes care of modulus of y is equal to 1. Then modulus of x is equal to 1 will be when x is equal to 1 or x is equal to -1, right? It takes care of modulus of x. And then we also know how to plot modulus of x plus modulus of y equals 1. Modulus of x plus modulus of y equals 1. You can have two scenarios when x plus y is greater than 0 or x plus y is less than 0. Now we don't have to worry about x and y. We have to worry about the combined value of x plus y. Right. So in this case, you will get minus x plus y equals 1, which will be this graph. And in the former case, it will be x plus y is equal to 1, which will be this graph. Now I need to find the area of the combined portion. This is the area that you are looking for. Now, if you were to do it pretty simply, it is basically the area of the full square minus area of these two portions. And you know these two portions, when you combine, just as in the previous case, they will form a smaller square of area 1/4 the full square. 1/4 the full square, which means out of the full square, 1/4 of the full square is removed, which means you're looking at 3/4 of the full area. Right. Now, what will be the full area? If you were to just look at it, side will be from 1 to -1. So the side is 2. Side square will be 4. 3 by 4 into 4. Option B. Job done. The fourth question is perhaps the trickiest of all these modulus questions. This says in the xy plane, the area of the region bounded by the graph x plus y plus x minus y, both modulus equals 4 is how much? Okay, so let's draw the coordinate axis. So now, unlike the previous questions, we have to worry about the entire modulus. Again, you'll have 4 scenarios when x plus y is positive, x minus y is positive. Second case where x plus y is positive, x minus y is negative. Third case where x plus y is negative, x minus y is positive, and a fourth case where both of them are negative. Now, when both of them are positive, you will get x plus y plus x minus y equals 4, right? Which means x should be equal to 2. So it will be a vertical line. X is equal to 2. Now, if I take the second case, you will get x plus y is positive, but x minus y is negative. So when you put the modulus, it will open a negative one. So it will be x plus y minus of x minus y should be equal to 4. Right? If you rewrite this, you will get 2y equals 4 or y should be equal to 2. So you'll get a part like this. Now, using symmetry, you know that the one more line will be like this and a fourth line will be like this. This is again a square, right? Just to verify, if you want to, if you put x plus y negative, x minus y positive, you will get minus of x plus y plus x minus y equals 4. So this will give you minus 2y equals 4, or y is equal to minus 2, this line. And the last one, when both of them are negative, you will get x plus y minus x minus y will be 4, which will be negative of this one. So this will be your vertical line on the negative side. Again, this is a square. What is the distance between two sides? Distance between the two sides, which is basically the length of the side. X plus 2, x is equal to 2 to x is equal to minus 2. So the distance is 4. Area will be 4 square. Option C, job done. And the last question is from CAT 2005. This is something which you would have gotten in mocks in a more complicated manner, but this is usually the case, which is there you can count and get away with it. Let's see what this says. Consider a triangle drawn on the xy plane with 3 vertices, 41, 0, 0, 41 and 0, 0. Each vertex being represented by its xy coordinates. The number of points with integer coordinates inside the triangle, excluding all the points on the boundary, is how much? Okay, so you have a triangle where you have 0, 41. 41, 0 and 0, 0. Now I can find the equation of this line, right? You can do it using the intercept form. X by 41 plus y by 41 equals 1, which means x plus y equals 41, right? Now the question is, what is the number of points with integer coordinates inside the triangle, excluding all on the boundary which is there? So x can take values from 0 to 41. Unfortunately, 0 cannot be used because it will be on the boundary. 41 also cannot be used because it's on the boundary. So x can take values from 1 to 40. Similarly, y can also take values from 1 to 40 only. But will all those values be available? Not necessarily. Now, there are multiple ways of doing it, right? The first way to do it is you can draw a, let's try a 40 cross 40 grid. Right. If you take 40 cross 40, as even keeping the points over here, right? There are 40 points here. There are 40 points here. So it will be 40 into 40. That should be 1600. Now, obviously 1600 is not the answer, and the options help us out. Why? Because part of the points are outside that. So we need to remove the points which are outside as well as on the boundary. So let's first remove the boundary points. How many points will be there on the boundary? So it will start from 140, 239, all the way down till 40 and 1. So there are 40 points. So that will be 1560. Now from these 1560, it's pretty symmetrical, right? Half of them are outside, half of them are inside. So just divide by 2, you will get 780. Option A, job done. Now there's an alternate way of doing this as well. What will be the alternate way of doing this? Right, just count a few values over here. So at y is equal to 40, the points which are available are 0, 40 and 140. Both of them are on the line. So no point at y is equal to 40. At y is equal to 39, there will be 3 points, 0, 39, 139 and 239, out of which only 1 point is available. At y is equal to 38, right? You'll have 0, 1, 2 and 3, out of which 2 points are available. Keep on going. At y is equal to 40, how many points are available? Ideally, it should be 1 to 40, 41 points, but 0 and 40 will be removed. So 39 points will be available, right? So you need to add from 0 plus 1 plus 2 till 39, which is same as 1 plus 2 till 39. Sum of the first 39 natural numbers would be 39 into 40 divided by 2, which is basically 780. Either which ways, you can either draw using a square, take it out, or you can do it using counting the digits. Under 3 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes in an exam situation. Not too difficult. Job done. Now, as you can see, questions on areas, etc., usually you get a very symmetric sort of a boundary. Once you visualize the figure, the questions are not too difficult to solve. This is especially true because a lot of people who are not very good at basics of geometry and basics of equations and coordinate geometry, they tend to leave these type of questions with modulus, etc. Usually they tend to be non-engineers, but even engineers leave it thinking that it's too difficult. Actually, these questions are much more simpler because of the symmetry involved. Don't miss out these questions. This is a very nice competitive advantage which you can gain over people who are not preparing seriously for CAT.
That completes this particular session. If you liked it, please do share it with your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examination. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as follow our Facebook page. The links for our course are available on the description to this video. Till we meet again the next time, goodbye and all the best.